Hi, I'm Michael and this is California. In the past, we had done videos covering the rental assistance programs that were being rolled out to assist people to pay for their past due rent, especially because rental and eviction protections under the CARES Act will come to an end by the end of July. At that point, we only had information for Anaheim. But this week, we got two more counties that have released their pandemic rental eviction programs. These counties are Riverside County and Ventura County in California. So today we're going to cover how the Riverside and Ventura County pandemic rental assistance programs work, how much they pay, and how someone can apply. Now, before we do that, if you like this information, if you find it interesting, if you find it useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. So let's do a quick overview of the pandemic rental assistance program. So the CARES Act, which passed in March of 2020, was really when all the pandemic and the lockdown started, but it was designed to help Americans during the pandemic. And it gave around $17 billion to states and counties to assist renters, landlords, and homeowners. And individual cities and counties across America were then to design a way to get that money from their hands into the hands of their residents. And the program was really meant to assist with past due rent for previous month and will pay for a portion of rent moving forward. So, counties like Riverside and Ventura got millions of dollars of federal money to assist their community members who are struggling to pay for rent. And this week, both Riverside and Ventura released their applications for people to apply for the Pandemic Rental Assistance Program. So first, let's start with Riverside. Riverside County, California got $33 million to provide rental assistance to the people of Riverside. Now, luckily, they have learned from a lot of other programs, and they did not make this program a first-come, first-served program. Rather, it's going to be a lottery. And they anticipate assisting nearly 10,000 households in Riverside from June through December 2020. The rental assistance program will cover up to 100% of the total cost of past due rent up to $3,500 per household. It will only cover past due rents for the months of April 2020 through December 2020. The application for rental assistance will be available from the months of June and through November. And the first round of applications will start June 15th and run through June 25th. And that first round of aid will be dispersed starting early July. But you will still be able to apply for the program up until the end of November for following round. So let's go over what you need to do to get the rental assistance in Riverside, California. First, you'll need to fill out the application. And in order to do that, you have to have at least 3 of the following statements apply to you. So first, you must be a resident of Riverside County. Second, you must pay rent and have a lease agreement. Third is you must have been affected financially by the pandemic. And fourth is you must have unpaid rent balances or have anticipated unpaid rent balances moving forward. And you must have 3 of these 4 statements, but you can also have all 4. Additionally, you'll need your basic information, so things like personal information, addresses, expected yearly income or monthly income for each member of your household for 2020, how much do you owe in back rent, your landlord's contact information, your employer's contact information, and how many balances you have on your credit cards or unsecured debt. And again, the application is actually pretty quick. It only takes around 20 minutes. But if you're unable to use the computer or you don't feel comfortable with the computer, you can actually fill out the application by calling 211 on your phone, just 211. And they'll be able to take the application over the phone. Let's talk about the Ventura program. So it runs through June 17th through July 1st. And it also is not a first come, first served, rather it is a lottery. And applicants can only submit applications online, and it provides up to $2,500 per household to pay for back due rent. And if someone is approved for the Ventura Rental Assistance Program, paper checks will be mailed directly to the property manager or landlord. Now, to be eligible, someone does need to live in Ventura County. They must have income that is impacted by the pandemic, and priority will be given to people who have lower income. Now, as far as income goes, it means that someone needs to have an income that is 80% or less of the area median income. So, for example, for a household of 4, that's at $90,350 per year. That's 80%. But priority will be given to folks who have 50% AMI or lower. For a household of 4, that's at $56,450. Additionally, you must have a rental agreement. You must not be able to pay the rent that is past due, and only 1 tenant per household may apply, or 2 roommates who are not a part of the same household may apply separately. So let's talk about how to apply for the Ventura Rental Assistance Program. First, you got to fill out the application and upload or scan proof of your identity and your residency. Also, you need to provide personal information, so like addresses, emails, and phone numbers. Additionally, you have to provide financial documents showing how the pandemic has had an effect on your finances. And once the application is submitted, there will be some steps that need to be taken by your landlord or property manager, because the landlord will receive a request for the lease agreement as well as an attestation that the applicant owes back due rent. Now, the application will take a little bit longer than the Riverside application because you need to upload those additional documents and verification information prior to the application being completed. So it is great to see that some counties are finally starting to roll out their pandemic rental assistance programs, especially because the protections under the CARES Act for rental and evictions are going to end very shortly. Also, it's great to see that they've learned their lessons from other counties and decided not to host it as a first come, first serve, but rather as a lottery, which seems much more fair. Also, there doesn't appear to be any requirements for citizenships on the application, and the applications are easy to read and easy to fill out. The only unfortunate part is that the applications for Ventura are only available online, so people without computers may have some difficulty actually filling out the application. Thank you so much for watching our video, and I hope that you found it interesting or helpful or at least useful. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. That way you can get updates when our newest and most informative videos become available. Also, if you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. We love to see your comments and questions, and we'll be happy to make a new video or a new post as soon as we can. Now finally, we here at California, we know health insurance. So whether it's private health insurance or Covered California or Medicare or Medicaid or Medi-Cal or even health insurance for a small group, we know health insurance. Because it can be really complicated coming out of your work insurance and having to go on private health insurance. Or if you're turning 65 and you're trying to figure out what are the best options for you that fits your needs as well as your budget, that's exactly what we can do. So if you have questions about your healthcare, leave those down below and we'll be happy to make a new video or post for those as well. Now, other than that, I'm Michael and this is California, wishing you a happy, healthy day.